Welcome to the Holiday Bowl. Going to get in a good workout so that you can have as many Christmas cookies as you wish. All right, let's get this party started. All right, I'm sure some of you out there probably make baked goods, cookies, candy, whatever it might be. So after this workout, you're going to be in a good place to be able to enjoy some of that stuff. The nice part about the way this holiday falls this year is there's really no like holiday break. We can actually have a session next week and it doesn't interfere with anything. So that's kind of cool. I kind of like that. Kind of makes it nice to be able to stay on track, get you guys working out, keep you working out, even though it's going to be some ridiculous temperature in the next couple of days, but we will make it through. So you know the drill to get started. You have your water bottle, you have your fan, your towel, all your necessary data, and we are going to get in a good one. If I can get this microphone to work properly tonight. All right, you know what we've been doing last couple of weeks, the quote from the coach's book to get us started, get us motivated. Don Hudson of the Green Bay Packers. That's kind of appropriate with the temperatures. For every pass I caught in a game, I caught 1,000 in practice. Perfect. Practice makes perfect for sure. And you work at it, the easier it is to make that one that really counts count the most. So that's why we're doing this over the winter, so that you can come out in the spring and be ready to go, be in a good place in comparison to your fellow cycling friends who might not have done this over the winter. And if that's the case, then you're just going to be dropping them, which will be kind of fun. If that hasn't happened to you in the past. So tonight we're going to do a little bit of everything. I wanted to keep us active tonight so that you're doing a little bit of standing work, a little bit of seated work, a little bit of short, hard efforts, a little bit of steady stuff too. So be ready for everything tonight, because that's how this is going to go. And the other part that happens with a workout like this one is it goes really fast. So I'm sure it will go fast for you. And then we can get ready for the Arctic bomb or whatever they're calling it. Fortunately, we're all inside tonight, so nobody's out there braving the cold, which isn't really coming until tomorrow. All right. So we're still warming up here. Our first effort to get us started tonight is going to be just a little different than we've done before. We're going to do 30 seconds standing, actually 30 seconds seated and 30 seconds standing. So when you guys go into that standing effort, I've had some questions asked to me about it in reference to why maybe bottom out at the bottom of the pedal stroke. Well, a couple of things might happen. You might be bottoming out, meaning that you're not able to get your foot to come up and over while you're standing. It could be a couple of things that are causing that. It could be physically your strength as you stand. You need those stabilizer muscles to allow you to do that. so developing those will help. The gearing that you're in may also affect that. If your gear is too easy, then you might notice that you're bottoming out because the gear doesn't have enough resistance. So don't feel like you're failing. If any of that's happening, it will come over time and allow it to develop. And positioning can also be part of that. If your body's too far forward, then you're not using your major muscles to help you in those standing efforts. And you should be in your hoods when you're standing. So keep all those factors in mind. So for the next 5 minutes, I'll give you the gear. We're going to be seated for 30, standing for 30. And I want you to kind of put a little bit of pressure into this so that you're warming up. This is a way of getting the body warm. So stay in your small ring and go down to your 19, which will be probably about 4 gears. So if you have, say, a 25 at the top, it'll go 25, 23, 21, 19. So you're going to give me 30 seated. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Pick up the pace a bit. Get yourself to get the heart starting to pound. Your lungs are starting to fill up with air. The blood's moving. Legs are starting to warm up. You want to definitely kind of push the envelope a little here. So when we go to stand, I want you to just shift to your big ring. Go ahead and go there and stand up. Now this isn't a gear with a ton of resistance. So this is a good way to work on finding the ability to push through the bottom part of that stroke. Keeping yourself light will help you do that. You're going to sit down and go back to that small ring. Keep it going. 30 seconds here. It's just back and forth from seated to standing, from small ring to big ring. You feel yourself starting to breathe a little heavy. That's okay. It's just the body's indicator that you get warmed up. Big ring. Standing up. Nice to see a full screen. Everybody joining in tonight. Sitting back down to that small ring. Again, keep it going. Keep the effort up. Each one of these, even seated or standing, they should all kind of feel the same and be at the same effort level. Back to the big ring. Stand it up. I feel like somebody's not muted. Sticking with it. Sit back down. Small ring. 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes. Stick with it. Remember, nice flat feet. Nice light legs. Up to the big ring. Stand it up. If you feel the saddle right in between your legs, that means your hips are in the right place. And if you just take a deep breath, make yourself a little tall, that'll help you feel like you're in the right place. Sitting down to that small ring. I keep dropping my chain on this bike. Normally I can get it going, but right now I'm not. All right, keeping on going. In 3, 2, 1. Big ring. Stand it up. Last time. Standing. Holding it there. 3, 2, 1. Sit back down. Small ring. Nice and easy. Take a drink. Towel off. All right. We're going to move on to our first main set. First of the 2 sets in the main set. So the first set, it's going to be 4 by 3 1-minute efforts. So each one of those minutes, you're going to do something different. And each time, you're going to move to a different gear. You're going to stay in your big ring for each minute. But I'm going to have you kind of shift down through the gears. If any of you that are new, like Susan, if you feel like the big ring is too much, you can stay in the small ring and just do the equivalent gearing. Just to get yourself into understanding your gears a little more and also using gears that you can manage. So for the first minute, we're going to stand in our big ring 13. So go ahead and get your big ring down to your 13. So that's going to be 1 gear. You should have 1 small gear underneath that chain. Standing up. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Pick a pace that works for you. If you have metrics, you might want to look at them and try to hold a specific power or heart rate or effort level that you personally have determined you want it to be for this effort. $20 more seconds. You'll feel this in your glutes, in the hamstrings. You're going to feel this in your calf muscles, actually. Sitting down, I want you to shift to a gear that gets you to 80 cadence. If you're getting to 90, that's okay too. 1 minute, solid effort, seated in this gear. I'm right at 85. So I'm putting myself in between 80 and 90. Now this next one, it's only 10 seconds, but you're going to get out of the saddle you're going to go hard for 10 seconds. But unfortunately, you're going to shift to an easier gear, which isn't going to make it so easy. One easier gear. Out of the saddle. 3, 2, let's go. 10 seconds. Spin it, spin it, spin it, spin it, spin it. Find the strength. 3, 2, sitting back down. Holding that gear for the rest of the minute. You can get your cadence up to 90. Go for it. Hold on tight. Keep those legs spinning. I want you to think about what gears you used for those last 2 efforts. 3, 2, 1. You might want to shift down a few. Then do your small ring. Nice and easy for 1 minute. So that's 1. We're going to do 3 more of those. So what I want you to think about for the next 3 is that 1 minute in the middle where you're holding that 80 to 90 cadence. Nice steady effort. Figure out what gear works best. Take a drink. Towel off if you need to. You might be starting to warm up, which is good. We're going to do that whole 3-minute effort again. So the first part, if you remember, big ring, go ahead and get there. Down to your 13. Look back if you need to. You should see 1 gear under your chain. Stand it up. Let's go. Keep your legs churning. Keep yourself nice and tall. Heads are up. Nobody's doing this. You want to keep yourself above the pedals. You can take advantage of that extra weight. Woo! It's going to be tough. What was I thinking? It's not a vacation yet. Almost there. 3, 2, sitting down. Shifting to whatever gear. Get you to 80, 90. Holding it steady. Again, I'm putting myself at about 85. "30 seconds to go." Then the next effort, just to get ready for it, you're going up 1 easier gear when I tell you. 10-second out of the saddle. Sprint as hard as you can go. Make your shift. 3, 2, 1, let's go. 10 seconds. Come on. Spin the legs fast. Sitting down. Staying in that gear. If you can hit 90, go for it. Little fast legs at the end of a hard effort. Stay in there, 30 to go. Don't let that cadence drop. Use those abs to hold your core nice and tight. 3, 2, back down to your small ring. Allow yourself to recover. Take a drink. Remember, we want to finish this bottle. That's 2 down. 2 to go. So with each one of these, you should be paying attention to whatever metric it is that you want to use to get you through the effort. Be it power, heart rate, cadence. Cadence is key. The cadence will actually kind of dictate the effort based on where you have your gearing. All right, effort number 3. Find that big ring. Back down to your 13. Clicking all the way there. Stand it up. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 1 minute here. Starting to sweat with the Santa hat on. Feel yourself not pushing, but kind of feeling the axle of your pedal right through the center of your foot. And then when you start feeling that, then use the upper part, meaning when you get to the bottom, you're pulling up and over. 3, 2, sitting down, shifting to whatever gear. Get you right at 80 to 90. Like I said, I'm putting myself at 85. So you have a middle mark to deal with. Control your breathing. You shouldn't be with your breath. Allow yourself to breathe in your nose and out your mouth. And if your shoulders are relaxed, then your lungs and your diaphragm can work more efficiently. 1 gear easier. 3, 2, out of the saddle. 10 seconds. 3, sitting back down, keeping the legs spinning. Try to hold a higher cadence, 90 to 100. Like I said, we're working a little bit of everything here. A little bit of everything. I think that's what I'm going to call this workout. 3, 2, back down to your small ring. Easy gear. Spinning it out. Woo! 1 minute easy. Only 1 more to go. Told you this workout was going to go fast. Take a drink. Your most valuable thing with you on the workout tonight is your water. And if you have a little bit of electrolyte mix in there, that's even better. Those minerals definitely help. All right, we got 15 till we start our last one in this set. You should have it all figured out at this point. Right gearing, right cadence, right effort level. Find your big ring, down to that 13. Stand it up, 3, 2, let's go. That first pedal stroke might be a little rough. Having to push that gear. But if you stay light, you'll be able to get up and over it. I like how everybody's got a little bend in their elbows. That's perfect. Nice and tall. If you feel yourself starting to slouch, just rise up. Three, 2, sitting down, shifting up to that gear that gets you to 80 to 90. Again, I'm right at 85. Keeping it real, keeping it steady. Thank God this Arctic bomb isn't snow for us. That would be disaster. 15 inches like Buffalo had. Get ready. 1 gear easier. 3, 2, 10 seconds out of the saddle. Go for it. 3, 2, 1. What'd I do wrong? My timing's off. No, it's not. Just keep it here. Keep that cadence high. Over 90. You should be able to do that. I don't know how many of you are paying attention to what kind of mileage you're getting in these workouts. Everyone might be different because every workout's different. 3, 2, small ring. Woo! Great job. Get a little extra rest now. Get 2 minutes instead of 1. So I'm sure many of you know that I'm a Steeler fan. And we lost Franco Harris this week, which is a real shocker. For those of you that really don't know who he is, he was a running back for the Steelers in the 70s. And he was actually the recipient of the Immaculate Reception, which is one of the most famous catches in all of the NFL for a touchdown that they thought was actually going to be an incompletion. Bounced off another guy. Fortunately, Harris was in the right place at the right time to catch the ball. So the cool part was my family and I actually got a chance to almost have like a private meeting with Franco. Years ago, it's probably 5 or 6 at this point. There was an event in my sister's town where they were kind of opening this indoor gym facility. And I'm not quite sure why. It's in the Philly area, but he was the honored guest there. So we went with all our Steeler paraphernalia on, of course. Not sure why my nephew was wearing a Jack Lambert jersey, not a Franco Harris jersey. All right, I'll keep the story going. Let's get into our effort, though. We're going to do another 3-minute effort. We're doing 3 of these, but each one of them is going to look very different from the other. So the first one is going to be 3 minutes of standing. I'm sorry, 1 minute of standing, 1 minute seated, and 1 minute of standing. So fortunately for you, for the standing portions, I'm going to put you in a relatively hard gear so that you have a lot of resistance when you go to stand. But of course, when you sit, it's going to create a lot of tension. So once you get to your big ring, and then I want you to get right back down to that 13, which is where we were for the previous effort. 1 minute standing, 3, 2, here we go. Make it an effort you can sustain. Remember, it's standing a minute, seated a minute, standing a minute, for a total of 3 minutes. Really focus on all those pieces. I want you to think about, as you're standing, making your upper body so light that your hands pressure comes off your hands. Also, if your hips are in the right place, that pressure will come off your hands. Sitting down, staying in this gear. Woo! Now, if anybody has any knee injuries, go ahead and shift to a little easier gear. We don't want you straining anything, pulling anything. But here, the core, your core is so important for this effort. If you're holding your core nice and tight, your hips will stay even. If you're doing this, then you're pushing down too much. Use the upward part of the stroke. Use those huge muscles in your glutes. 3, 2, standing up. Last minute for this effort. And again, even if you look at the ceiling, that helps you get tall. Your legs are tired today, that's where you might not be able to get up and over the bottom part of the stroke. Stay steady. As always, stay consistent. 3, 2, 1. Sitting down. Back to your small ring. Easy gear. Spin it out. Take a drink. Whew. All right. Next one. No standing. 3 solid, steady minutes with your cadence 80 to 90. We're going to put you back in whatever gear you were in for the middle effort in the previous set. Somewhere around your 19, maybe you're 21. I want you to go there. You should be in about a zone 3 type effort. So big ring, find that gear, whatever you remember it being. 3 solid minutes here. 80 to 90 cadence. I'm going to put myself right at 85. So also give me a chance to finish my story. So we walk into this place, and it's a super cool facility. It's an indoor kind of football field. So it has turf. They have some gym equipment on one end. The field can be either football, soccer, lacrosse, field hockey, all of those field events. It might even be able to do some track too. Well, to our surprise, there was nobody there. It was like the smallest amount of people you could ever imagine. So, of course, we did a few things, like they had a push-up competition. So, of course, I had to beat Marlon at that. He was probably 12. Then we did some other things. And then all of a sudden we see Franco. He comes strolling in. There was a set of bleachers that were kind of on the outskirts of everything. So a little history about Franco. When I was a kid, we would go to the Steeler training camps, which were at St. Vincent College in Latrobe, Pennsylvania. That's where my father graduated from college. And fortunately, that was where the Steelers had their training camp. Every day at training camp, there was like this line of people where the players would come out, and all the players would sign autographs, slap hands as they went down onto the field. Franco, on the other hand, got in his golf cart every day, avoided the crowd, and got to the field without talking to anybody. Not sure what that was about. But back to the event we went to. He was kind of hanging out all by himself, kind of over in the corner. 3, 2, 1. See how much faster that goes when I tell a story? It even goes fast for me. Find an easy gear. Take a drink. So being the unshy family that we are, we walked over to him and we started talking to him. And lo and behold, we said, hey, why don't we sit down over here on the bleachers? So we sit down on the bleachers and we literally sat there for probably an hour talking to him. about everything. His life as a Steeler. We actually own a Mean Joe Green jersey, 70s. So we were trying to get a sense from him if he thought we could figure out if it was authentic or not, or if it was in a Super Bowl. It was the most memorable day for all of us. All right, let's get in our last effort. We're going to do 3 10-second sprints, just like we did previously, in your drops, but seated this time. And then you're going to hold the effort for 50 seconds. All right, in terms of gearing, I want you in your big ring, and I only want you to be 2 gears down from your easiest gear in the back. All right, so go ahead and get big ring. Shifting down, 2 harder gears. In your drops, a 10-second sprint in the saddle. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Come on. Nice fast legs. Gears not too heavy. 3, 2, sit up. Hold whatever cadence you can hold right now. The legs are getting a little weary. The gearing might be a little rough. I'm going to just hold this steady. Keep the legs churning. Now, if you shift it down 2, that means you should have 2 to go. This next one, I want you to shift up 1 easier gear, not yet. Go ahead and find it. Down in your drops. 3, 2, 10 seconds hard. Let's go. Almost there. Hold on to it. Keep the cadence as high as you can get it. If you get to 90, that's great. Stick with it. I'm going to do 1 more. You probably already know what I'm going to say. When I count it down, you're going to go to 1 easier gear. Now, if you get a little bit of chain rub, that's okay. It's not going to hurt the bike. Find that 1 more easier gear. Down in the drops, let's go. Come on. Spin it, spin it, spin it, spin it. Stay in that gear. Sitting up. Back on the deck. Holding that cadence high. You got 30 to go. Really concentrate on a full circular pedal stroke. Almost there. So remember, when you're ready to shift to your small ring, shift down at least to the middle of your cassette and then go to your small ring. So you're not dropping your chain. 3, 2, 1, you should be done. Take a drink. All right. Time to see what you're made of. The legs have been worked well and hard. Now we're going to do our last 5-minute effort. And then we'll cool down. And then we'll be done for the night. So these are going to be 5 15-second out of the saddle, giving me everything you got, highest power you can put out, and then you get 45 seconds to recover in an easy gear. Here's what I want you to think about for those 15-second efforts. I want you to gradually build them. So I'm going to give you each 5 seconds. So start, go a little faster, go a little faster, so that your efforts are looking like a mountain, not like a descent. So I want you to go big ring. You pick the gear, whatever gear you think you can make the most powerful effort. Sometimes it's not the easiest gear, and sometimes it's not the hardest gear. All right, so here we go, 15 seconds, all out. I'll give you every 5, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Come on, build it. 5's down, a little faster. 10's down, go for it. Give it all you got. Sitting back down. Small ring, nice and easy. Just chilling. Recover. The heart rate might have gotten up. If you like that gear, then go back to it. If you think you need a little heavier gear, then go there. Or a little lighter gear, depending on what you think you need. And again, you're going to build it. Coming up to number 2, find your gear. 3, 2, let's go. Out of the saddle. 5 to build. A little faster. Everything you got, let's go. Sitting back down. Shift to an easy gear. Allow yourself to recover. Woo! We want these all to look the same. Remember, that's my kind of consistency. I need to put that on the jersey. That seems to be my catchphrase. And as you know, this is when it counts. Right here for the last 3. Find that gear, whatever it is, and go. 5, building it. 5 more. Last 5, let's go. Sitting back down. Woo! Now you're on the back side. Only 2 more to go. So make these last 2 exactly the same. Really work on using some metric on your computer that you can. Speed, cadence, power, find that gear. 3, 2, let's go. 5 a little easy. 5 a little faster. 5 all out, let's go. And you're back down. Whew. 1 more to go. 1 to go, 1 to go, 1 to go, 1 to go, 1 to go. We're gonna make this last one the best one of the night. And give yourself a big gold star at the end of the workout. Decide on your gear. Down in your drops. Let's go, first 5. Picking it up. Last time. All out. Sitting back down. Finding your small ring. Woo! Nice and easy. Finish your water bottle. Nice job, everybody. Cooling down. Keep your cadence somewhere between 80 and 85. Just to let the legs spin without any effort. You put a lot of good effort into those last 5 15-second efforts. So I'll finish up with Franco. So we do have this Mean Joe Green jersey, which is size 50, which on the tag says extra, 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 extra large. Because back then, of course, their shoulder pads were humongous. So he wasn't sure. He thought it would be an authentic jersey, but it could be a practice jersey. It could have been a game jersey that got too old. He really couldn't indicate what it would. So we'd have to take it to somebody that knew that. But what a special day to just be able to sit there, talk with this legend about everything from his family to his entrepreneurial endeavors. He did own a bakery in Pittsburgh at one point. After he played, he was still involved in the community a lot. In fact, I think he had a clothing line too. So it was really great. I do have a picture that I'll try to show you guys of my niece and nephew with him. Of course, we didn't want to take too many pictures of him. I'm sure he's had many and many pictures taken of him over the years, but we didn't want to invade his space too much. But that was really fun. So to hear the news of his passing was kind of sad for us, being longtime Steeler fans. And I do have to ask my mom. I don't know. We've had season tickets in our family since the 70s. And I'm not sure if we were in attendance for that particular game. I don't even know if it was in Pittsburgh or not. I think it was in Pittsburgh. So that's the news of the day from me. I want to wish everybody a happy Hanukkah, a Merry Christmas, a wonderful time with family and the holidays, which give us all a chance to kind of sit back and think about the important things in life, which are family and friends, and that we have our health. And as I said earlier, because of the way things are lining up on the calendar, we'll be able to have a session next Thursday. So I look forward to seeing you all then, and we will celebrate the new year for that one. So bring your bubbly and your champagne, and we'll pop a cork before the session's over. All right, just a couple of more minutes, and then we'll close this out. Everybody can get some dinner, get your recovery shake in, finish up what you have in your bottle. If you have any water left in your bottle, please, please drink it. It will help you in your recovery. When you hydrate properly today, it will help you tomorrow. That should be my other motto. Drink, drink, drink. All over the place. I also want to, I mentioned it last week. I don't know if Leslie's still on here. Yes, she is. I told you she was going to complete her 100-mile swimming challenge, and she did it. So good for her. Now, the best part was she went on a Tuesday. The lifeguard said, "See you on Thursday." She said, "Nope." She said, "I'm done swimming for right now. No swimming for me on Thursday." So good for her. It's good to have those little challenges like that to keep you honest. All right, if you want to keep on spinning, you may. I am going to get off. Great job, everybody. I have to admit, that one made me hot with this hat on.